focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the liar. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Stray Topics. Let me bring in everybody. I got the Millennial up in the corner there. Hello, Millennial.
What's up, people?
And I got Abe down at the bottom. He's freezing a little bit tonight, so we're going to call him they call him the Freeze. So it's Abe.
I'm
Hey,
Mr.
Abe.
Freeze.
I think I'm max headroom tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, bro.
All right, this is episode 3 of the Stray Topics this season, 2021. Yeah, welcome to everybody who's watching or listening. We've got 6 viewers so far, looks like, on Facebook. So, tonight's topic, courtesy of Mr. Freeze down there, is time travel. We're going to talk a little bit about time travel. Is it possible? So, before we get started, let me just remind everybody to subscribe to our Facebook page and to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see when we go on. You'll be able to say, hey, those idiots are on again, and let's check them out. So,
Bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
Bunch of weirdies.
Yeah, that one with that weird hat on.
I like to show that bald head.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
I like the backdrop, Abe. I like the Elvis black and white TV in the background and the amps. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess you can see I have a pretty big collection.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, man.
How much did it cost?
$9.95.
Cheap.
Zero. Guess what?
Zero.
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Very cheap. All
Whatever
right,
works.
We've already got a comment here. We got Matthew Welch. Hey, Matthew. He said, hey, Eddie.
You should have said the man is the man.
Not much of a man, but
It's
nevertheless,
the
no, I'm
millennial,
just joking.
not the man.
I know that I heard Eddie say that some people were getting frustrated because we were giving him such a hard time. It's part of the show. We love Eddie, but we have to give him a hard time. It wouldn't be any fun if we didn't.
Help me.
Help you. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're mean to me.
You know. Well, it's on purpose.
It's on purpose.
Oh, looky there.
That's
your
my mama.
That's his mama.
I'm having to share it to these people so they get on here. Oh. Thanks.
Eddie the
It's going to be
baby.
the
Thanks,
millennial show
bud.
tonight, it looks like.
It's the millennial
Hey,
hour.
when is it not the millennial show?
Oh, that's true.
Right? Yeah.
Millennials all
see?
the time crying about something, right?
Yeah, exactly, man.
So, all right. So, time travel. Abe, start us out. You're the one with the topic idea. You wanted to talk a little bit about time travel. I don't know much about time travel, but I do know that I like Star Trek, Eddie. You can play your wah, 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 wah.
He can't play that. Oh, Lord, he picked up his lightsaber.
Yeah.
I got it, man.
Anyway,
Woo!
we play.
Yeah, you might want to put that thing away.
Yeah.
Oh, my arm. Just kidding.
That would be exactly the kind of Jedi you would be.
Yeah,
I would. A limbless Jedi. No limbs.
But
bad.
Star Trek, when I would like to be able to transport. from one place to another. Maybe that's a sort of a time travel.
That would be neat.
That's
Just
teleportation. We're not talking about that.
That would be cool. I would like to teleport. Like if I wanted to go to California, I just beam me to California. Boom, gone.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. That would be pretty cool though. I won't lie. If you could do something like that.
Think about it.
Go ahead.
If you could time travel, I mean, time travel is, we don't know if it's really possible or not possible. There's been lots of theories by scientists whether or not we can travel. There's even been people that that's just too funny. There's even been people that supposedly said they came back from the future, and that they're visiting us, and that they have knowledge of the future and all this good stuff. So if you could go, forward in time or backward time, which would you do? Which would you do first? I know you'd probably do both. Eddie?
I thought about this. I was looking at that question. I thought, would I rather go back in time or forward?
Did somebody read it to you?
I had to be read to, yes.
Peyton. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, my daughter read it to me. My 9-year-old daughter reads to me.
Yeah,
but I would like to go into the past. I think it'd be neat to kind of see some of the history of stuff. But also, I don't want to get stuck there, so that would be one thing I'd worry about. Because if I didn't have TV like a millennial to sit and watch it, I'd be bored.
Well, it did happen on Back to the Future. They kind of got stuck there because they didn't have a way to get back.
Yes, that's true. I mean, going to the future would be kind of neat, because if you go to the future, you could see who wins all these games and maybe, come back to your normal life and
make a lot of money off of it.
Make a lot of money. Yes, exactly. Or if you know how to, something like that. But
Troy is not like talking at all, or I'm either.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Well, I had it muted.
Good job, brah.
You were like talking. I was trying to read your lips. I'm thinking, is he talking to somebody else?
Yeah, I had an interruption and I had to mute. Anyway, Biff did that in Back to the Future. He went to the future, bought a sports almanac, came back to make a lot of bets and win a lot of money, and he did actually. So
that would be one reason why you might want to go back in time or forward in time to get, so that you can try to make some money off of it.
That'd be about the only reason. I mean, that I can think of to even want to do anything like that.
You think about it. Wouldn't it be cool to go back in time and meet relatives that you never got to meet? Like, I never got to meet my grandfather. My grandfathers died before I was born. And so I never got to meet them. It would be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I know they wouldn't know who I am, blah, blah, blah. But it would be cool to go back and actually meet them.
So you don't want to go see, like, bigger events or big time?
Well, yes.
People.
I would like to see those events if I could do it safely. I mean, I would love, not that I like what happened at Pearl Harbor, but I'm a big history buff.
Well, see, what if you could stop that?
What if I could yeah, exactly.
But crazy. What repercussions would that have at the whole world?
That's true.
So there's things to think about. Ashley here would love to go back and see how our grandparents lived. And, that would be a great thing for the kids to do. Go back and see how your grandparents lived, because you hear all the stories. We walked uphill in the snow barefoot 10 miles.
50 miles.
Yeah.
We can see the truth.
We can see. And then we can come back and say, nah, you're a liar. I know.
Well, it's funny you say that. And I was thinking about, did you ever watch the new Mr. Peabody or any of the stuff? They usually
no.
But what if you could do this with your kids? If you're trying to do like a study for history, and you can go back in time and show them the history, and they can actually write a paper on what they actually seen.
I do think you'll be able to do that at some point once holograms and all that stuff becomes
So you
available.
think you can go back, eventually go back into the future?
Well,
or back to the future,
not
back
really
in the past.
physically go back in time, but I think that you'll be able to relive moments in time through holographic things, kind of like Star Trek does in their holodeck kind of thing.
Do you think you could go back into time? I mean, do you think that's something that is possible?
I don't know. I mean, we don't know all the laws of physics and how everything really works in the universe. We only know, a very small part of everything. So I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I was reading up on it today, talking about the satellites up in space. Whatever.
That's pretty good.
So
awesome.
I can't read them. I have to have a 9-year-old read them to me. Anyways,
that's the truth.
up in space, the satellites move really fast, and they say they have to change the time. Actually, goes a little bit faster, so they have to fix the time.
So, is time relative to Earth, or is time different?
Well, this was talking about speed. Yeah. So, I guess as far as light speed or something like that. Yeah. That's it. Kind of goes along the lines, I think, with Back to the Future. I think they use certain type of speed or something like that. And
Matthew,
I think some other movies.
To the medieval ages. I don't know if I'd want to go back there, man. You get stabbed.
The plague.
No, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
that would
it would not be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see it. I mean, if you know what's going to happen back there, so you just like wear a hood and stand in a corner somewhere, you wouldn't do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool.
Eddie, he'd stand over in the corner eating a deviled egg.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and going back to my point for a second.
Oh Lord.
Talking about the satellite
going. Bring up the Outlander.
Oh, yeah, my wife knows about that.
That is true, and I'll have to admit, and not to get off subject about time
go ahead.
travel, but
go ahead.
The Outlander has some of that time traveling thing in it, and
it goes through a rock, don't it?
It is, yes. It's some kind of transference through a rock. Kind of looks a little bit like Stonehenge, a little bit, but not. It ain't that. But it is really cool to watch what you could have maybe tried to change, or maybe you can't. Maybe it's destined to happen a different way, but it will still happen,
Yeah.
I mean, it is very fascinating.
Well, going back to the thing about the whole satellite, and I talked about light, but they also talk about gravity. For some reason, it being so far away either slows down clocks, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. But the time ends up being off on the satellites up top, too. It's pretty odd, and I don't know if they're going exactly at the same click and then just something's going on, but I don't know.
The only reason I'd want to go into the future is that I would want to go and see if some of these technologies come to life, like holodecks and stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or teleportation, for that matter.
See if Star Wars is real?
Yeah. I guess you know what that is.
I hope not. I mean, it'd be cool, but Darth Vader, stabbed me through my heart.
Yeah, I see you, Robin Platoon.
You don't have to go.
Got a point.
You don't have to go back to the past to get it. You can catch the plague right now.
That's right. Maybe we should go back to the past.
Well, that's true. I guess at least we have the medical knowledge to try to defeat it now, where we wouldn't have had back then. But,
yeah, that's true.
But you think about it. If you could go back and meet family members that you would have never met, it would be. I think it would be really cool. Or even see, you could trace it. If you could go back,
He's back.
I know, I'm freezing. I'm sorry.
Mr. Freeze.
I'm just going to quit talking.
No, go ahead. Go.
No, you made some interesting points there, Mr. Freeze.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you could go back far enough, you could see when your ancestors did come to America. And where they really did come from. Not just a DNA thing saying, oh, it could have came from this big circle on this continent,
Yeah.
So
sense.
So we've jumped the gun pretty much, but I'm going to go back to. Well, no, we're going to go back and we're going to do this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask this question: if you could, would you go forward or backward in time? Abe, which would you do? If you could only go one way or the other, which way would you go?
Oh man, probably forward. Just because. Well, no.
So you can stop freezing?
Well, yeah, that too. Maybe I'll have good enough internet where I won't freeze next time. But it would just be cool to be able to go ahead and see what medical advances there are.
Yeah.
Maybe there's cures for things that we're having now. That
sort of like that one movie, I forget what it was called, where they were taking the good people or the people who were rich and could afford it to the moon or somewhere, and everybody else was staying on Earth, and they had
Asylum, Elysium, or
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Elysium or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and they had a scanner where they could put you in it. Before they take you up there, they put you in the scanner, and it would scan you. And if there was anything wrong with you up there, they had it up there. So when you got there, they put you in it, and it scanned you. And if there's anything wrong with you, it fixed it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That would be really cool.
It reminds me of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too. If you watch later on the series, they go to the future, and what's his face goes back to the past and ends up building finding all these technologies that were in the future and using them in his time and making money off it. But like you said, if you go into the future, it's a possibility that if you can learn something, you can help somebody in today's time.
Yeah.
But that begs the reason, so if you go to the future and you can come back to your time, then you should be able to go to the past and you can fix everything and nobody ever dies.
So Abe goes forward. Eddie, do you go forward or backward? You can only go one way.
Do I get to come back, though, right?
Yeah.
I would go forward.
Maybe.
I'm just curious to see what... Like, I'm really curious to see if there are Jedis out there.
Oh,
my God.
Or something. Well, just our flying cars, man, you know? I've always wanted to see actual flying cars and actually going on.
I see Robin says not forward, and Erica says cure for a coronavirus. Well, that's true.
That's another one, yes. Absolutely.
Everybody would like to cure that right now.
Yeah. That would be the thing to do, right? I agree.
Right.
So
you said backwards? Or
he
forward?
said
I
forward.
say forward.
So you, Troy?
You know, I don't know, man. I'd be scared to go either way, to be honest with you. I'd be afraid I'd do something in the past that would mess everything up. And then I'd be scared to go in the future that I might actually figure it out when I wasn't here, which is another question.
Oh, man.
What happens if you go so far in the future that you pass your death? Do you still live?
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Or do you
I'm going to go
immediately
10
die?
years in the future. Poof. You don't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That is
can you-
weird.
Yeah, that would kind of stink. Maybe you should go backwards then.
That's
Of course, if you go
interesting.
back before you were born, do you poof too? Who knows?
Well, we know of what Marty McFly, we know he, if he doesn't make sure everything runs in the direct timeline, he'll disappear, right?
Yes, Rhonda, this is a Dunkin' Donut sweatshirt. This is, as everybody knows, I'm a Dunkin' Donut nut. I like the coffee, and so this is my way
Unfortunately,
It's
saying
advertisement.
Clown suit.
This
We
is
make
my
money
clown
off it.
suit. Yes,
Yeah.
we do not make money off of it. We do
He
not
does
even
have-
get. We don't even get coffee.
He does have a red nose that he wears from time to time. With
I
that.
do. I wear it when I'm with Abe.
Hey, yeah, that's true. But anyway, not to get off on the Duncan shirt again. You just have to wear that every time, don't you?
Yeah, I'm wearing it every time. Ashley said she'd go backwards. She didn't want to see what happens after she leaves, and I
get that.
can dig that. You know, again, it's scary. You go back and you do something weird, and you don't know what happens. I mean, it could change things for the better, could change things for the worse. You don't know. But then again, if you had the ability to go back and forward, you could just go back and change it again. If you change something and screwed it up, well, just go back and fix it. So really and truly, if you had time travel ability, you could do whatever you wanted to do. Go change things. If it messed things up, oh, well, go back and change them back. But, you know, sort of like the Back to the Future thing.
Yeah.
What happens if you get stuck back there? And then you can't go back and change it. And now what do? You know? And you start vanishing.
Yes.
Well, it's like you said, if you changing things, you know, it could. I mean, you may not be born in the future. I mean, or other things could happen. I know one thing I would change if I could go back in time. I would not have wore the hat that made me lose my hair, like you're wearing right now, Eddie.
Abe, I
I've
think
got
that's
hair.
called old age, brother. I don't think it's got anything to do with a hat.
It has everything to do with that hat. I wore a hat like that for years, but just because I didn't want to brush my long hair time. Well, now I wish I still had the long hair, obviously.
Well, I didn't wear a hat, and I'm bald, and I'm old. So there, I think it tends to reason you're bald because you're old. The hat didn't help things, but it is not the sole reason, bro.
Yes.
Welcome to the 50s. Yeah.
Oh, you just had to rub that in, didn't you?
Yeah, every day. One thing though, Abe, as long as I'm alive, you'll always be young. So
Oh, yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Me too. Me too.
Man, that's not for very long.
This is funny.
Did I freeze again?
Can we change Eddie's face in the future?
Hey, look, God already created it perfect like it is, buddy.
Oh, Lord.
Sweetie, you know what I'm
Lord.
talking about.
Ain't you got a sound for that?
Or
It's
even
not a
this.
joke, bro. It's true. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That's more appropriate.
Thanks, Trav. Appreciate it.
So,
You freak.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
So if you could, so we don't know if it would cause issues or not, going past or the future or anything like that. This kind of reminds me, and not to throw off on your Star Wars, Eddie, but I was watching, me and Rhonda were watching a episode of Star Trek the other night.
Yay!
And
here. Oh, wrong. Yes.
Yeah,
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Well, anyway, we were watching this episode, and it was where these people had been frozen, cryogenically frozen, and sent into
Like
space.
Like you were in this episode, right?
You were in that just now, yeah.
But anyways, so they find them, and of course, everything that was wrong with them, they could fix because it was 300-400 years in the future. So they fixed them and brought them back to life.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, it was like, okay, everybody I know is dead and gone a long time ago. What do I do? Who do I go to?
Yeah.
And kind of frightening if you think about it. I mean, if people, and,
Well,
and there are people today that do that. They will be cryogenically frozen.
Like Walt Disney.
Frozed.
Well, they say Walt Disney was frozen.
I believe it. Internet says it.
Man, well, if that happens and we bring Walt back in the future, he's going to be really pissed off about Disney World.
Yes, he would.
Because his family don't own it anymore.
Sort of like Steve Jobs and Apple. If Jobs ever comes back, he's going to kill everybody at Apple. They're all dead. So he's just going to walk in and start killing people. It's going to be over.
He is for perfection, that's for sure.
So I wanted to ask you all. I know we got some questions, but I was looking up some stuff, and I thought this was interesting.
Hold it for the facts. Hold it for the facts.
Oh, I've got more for facts, though, which I can wait for this. We could do this.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead.
No,
Let's
go ahead. Go ahead.
Shoot it out there, Melina.
You already laid it out, so let's go.
Some of the movies I was looking at, like Groundhog Day, Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol kind of runs along the same lines. He goes in the future, he sees himself. But you look at Groundhog Day, he lives the same day over and over. In a sense, he's going back in time, and he gets to fix it. They talk about time travel where, you can split off into a different... You know what I'm talking about with Marvel? I don't know if anybody's watched Marvel out there, and you got different lines you can go across.
We've watched Marvel. Everybody about
Not
it.
Troy.
I haven't. No.
I figured not Troy. But
there would be one person.
But he would he would relive himself until he figured out the right path, and then he would go down that path. So he got to try many different paths. He wasn't just on the same one. But there was different time travel stuff that I was looking at, and I thought it was pretty neat. Back to the Future was one like we were talking about. Bill and Ted, Star Trek. Of course, I was talking about Marty McFly. He ends up disappearing because he's changing the line. You know what I mean? Instead of just getting changing the timeline. You got Marvel, which does the different lines and stuff like that. And then you've got X-Men. I don't know if anybody's watched X-Men Days of Future Past, where Wolverine's laying on the table and they touch his head, and this consciousness goes into the past and he goes into his body. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
Well, I think, the X-Men, Professor X did that a little bit, I guess, at one point. And so did Wolverine.
Yeah, he did it. They ended up sending him back in the past. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea of time, too. And then I know this is kind of weird, but I was thinking about, the picture you took of the Twin Towers. What if that wasn't just a glitch? What if, you know what I mean? Like, how you took a picture of the Twin Towers?
Yeah,
it was freaky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. For people who don't know, he was taking a picture of the Twin Towers, and when he got the picture back, what was it, right after...
I didn't even look at the picture when I came back. It wasn't until after 9/11 that I went back, and then I thought, I took some pictures, I think, of the towers from another building that was close by.
Yeah.
And when I pulled out those pictures, I'm going to try to see if I can find that picture. I'll post it on
Nothing
Straight
there.
Topics website. But it had a bright light. I guess what had happened was the flash had reflected off the glass that I was taking a picture through, but it put it right over the towers, and it was just weird. It was really eerie.
It was weird. Another one I was thinking of just now was deja vu. You ever had deja vu?
Oh,
you
yeah.
Feel like
A
you've
lot.
seen the future before? Wonder where that comes
Not necessarily
from and why
seen
you
the
know.
future, but you do have a feeling you've done this before. Or that
It's
you,
weird.
Yeah,
You can
I
almost
have had
call
that
it.
a couple of times.
You know?
What about you?
Have you ever
Troy?
had that, Troy?
Oh, yeah, I have deja vu all the time. Every time I go to Claiborne. Oh, never mind.
What about you in the chat? Do y'all have any deja vu or anything like that experience?
Anybody else experienced deja vu?
Anyway, moving right along. We're 26 minutes into this. Let's get to the topics or the points again. Let's move on to this one. Now we're gonna pretend that you chose to go backwards. Mm-hmm. If you did choose to go backwards, and let's say that you all did, most of y'all chose forwards, what would you change or try to change? The number one thing you would try to change or you would change. If you could go backwards, Abe, you are starting it off.
Well, if it was me, if it was somebody in my family or distant even family that had an accident, maybe I could warn them, say, hey, don't do that. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Maybe save their life, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Again, could change the future, but, you know.
It would change the future.
To me, that would be a good reason to go back and try to
you wonder, though, what that might change. Although you would save their life and they would live, what would that change? What ripple effect would that have? Yeah. What would happen? Anyway,
it could affect a lot of
I could understand. I could understand that. Eddie, if you went backwards, the one thing that you would change or try to change?
It'd probably be, if I could change it, and that'd be a pretty massive one, is the Holocaust type stuff, man. Because
really, you'd go that big. You would try to change a major historical thing.
Yeah, if I could.
You know, really and truly, if you're going to go back into the past to do something, I mean, you might as well, go all in, right?
Well, see, yeah, and I would. And I honestly thought that Abe was going to say go back and stop wearing that hat, but he didn't. So. I really did. I thought you were going to say that.
So you yours on for about 3 or 4 more years, and you'll be just like this.
So you would go back, both you guys would, or Eddie, you would go back, and instead of trying to do something that would change your life, you would try to do something to change millions of people's lives.
Yes, because that would be extremely bad. Like if
that wouldn't affect you at all, though. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you had some family that was in the Holocaust. I don't know, but would it affect you in any way to change that? Other than you
I really
made
don't
a
know.
change?
I don't know. I think it would affect a lot of things, to be honest. But definitely, World War II wouldn't have been what it was if you.
I always had this cool thing about going back and changing Pearl Harbor. Try to stop Pearl Harbor from happening. But would anybody really listen to you?
They'd think you're crazy. And this is a good one. Terry Welch says he would change the Civil War. Would you change it? Would you make it not happen? Or would you change it that the South won and not the North?
Interesting.
And what ripple effects would that have had?
Yeah, that's true.
Be crazy.
If that had happened, you don't know. I mean, really.
Well, there's no way to know, but it's interesting to think about.
It is interesting.
It kind of reminds me of a movie I watched. I think it's called The Final Countdown. It's where the nuclear aircraft carrier goes back in time to Pearl Harbor a couple days right before Pearl Harbor. So they have this nuclear aircraft carrier with all its jets, and they could just with an easy ability to destroy the Japanese fleet and stop the Japanese from, starting this war with us.
Yeah.
So I guess it's my turn. I didn't say what I would do, and this is just for me. It wouldn't affect it. Well, it would have affected my family's life, but it wouldn't have affected anybody else. I don't know if many of you don't know, my mother passed away from renal failure, and it was probably caused by high blood pressure. I would have given her a blood pressure pill. Yeah. That one little thing is all I would have changed, because everything else is what it is. So that's my thing. Now, flip the script. Now you're going forward. What are you going to do, Abe, going forward? What's your one thing you would do?
Better internet, that's for sure.
Well, that's probably true. Yeah.
He's got a good point there.
Spectrum, if you can hear me.
They can't because you froze.
Well, that's true. Going into the future, I would probably go into the future, like I said, and bring back some medical things that would have saved lives.
Now.
Yeah.
So instead of waiting for these advances to happen, you would bring them back, and here they are today.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I think so.
What about you, Eddie? What would you do?
Man, I still think.
What are you going to change? Because, or what are you going to go and see that you could possibly change now?
Okay, so I really hate driving. I would probably go into the future, and I know Tesla's already kind of moving that way, but get the plans to the sure thing that no problems ever happen in the tech that they have, and bring it back and use it. That way I can take naps on vacation or drives to vacations and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Rhonda's got a good one, a cure for cancer, if they could ever find one. I don't know if they'll ever find one, though. I mean, of course,
it's kind of a funny thing. I was talking to one of the doctors. It's a cancer specialist doctor, and I asked him about that. I said, do you think there'll ever be a cure for cancer? And he said, no, I don't think there'll probably, or at least not in the immediate future. He said, but I do think in the immediate future that cancer will become like a livable disease, that you'll be able to live with it, kind of like diabetes. And
to be honest with you, that's a win right there. If they can just do that, the percentage, the mortality rate, if they can lower that so that people can live through it, then hey, it's a win. Maybe we can't get rid of it, but. And
I know why Rhonda, her mother passed away of lung cancer back in 2001.
Yeah.
And I understand. It would be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
But Eddie wants to go back and get a self-driving car, and that's cool.
Hey, man, I'm tired.
That's a very important thing to go forward to do, Eddie.
It would be cool, man, or a flying car or something.
Who cares about all these diseases? I just need a car that drives itself. That's funny.
I would make it easier to keep up with family history for family.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's just to get on that just a second. Family history, families in the future. I don't know about your family, but I know that for mine, it's weird how families change. When the elderly people leave, it seems like the newer generation stops going around or getting together or doing anything. I know that when my grandmother was alive, we had Christmas with my dad and his brother, and all the cousins were at grandmother's house. When grandmother passed away and grandpa, they both died, I haven't had Christmas with my cousins since, and that's a shame. That we do that.
Because my family, my mom and my dad had 14 brothers, and my mom had a big family too, and we used to always go to one of them for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and all the cousins would be there, and it would just be great. I mean, it was just awesome.
So
we don't do that.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd want to make it so that they stay, keep up with family history, because I couldn't name. If we had a family reunion right now, I wouldn't know half the people that were there, and that's a shame. That's the truth.
Oh my Lord! See, well, that's true. You'd be a rich person right now.
You would be
Way
too.
to go, Dawson! You got it. You're on the right track. Let's get in the dough, right? Yeah, that's right. Get in the
I was
money.
talking about cars, and you slam me for being selfish. What the heck? Come on, man.
Well, I mean, I'm just making fun of you, millennial, but I get it. But, that would be cool. The self-driving car is going to be the coolest invention ever. The reason being is not only for Eddie's sake, it'll let him go to Disney World without driving. He can just lay in the back and sleep.
All night, dude.
Think about Think about this. And I've mentioned this, I think, to Abe before. Think about the elderly. Mm-hmm. When you get a certain age, most of the time, and the reason I think about this is I'm about at that age. Most of the time, they take your keys. Somebody takes your car keys. And at that point, you don't have any freedom. You don't drive anymore. Somebody drives for you. They bring you your stuff. They take you wherever you go. And that is awful. Yeah. Imagine, it's almost like having your freedom ripped away from you because you've had it all your life, and now all of a sudden it's gone because of your age. They're scared you're going to get out and wreck, kill yourself, or do something.
Or hurt somebody else.
Absolutely. And they have a very valid reason to do that. I get that. So imagine if they had self-driving cars and the elderly could just get in the car, say, hey, I want to go to Walmart, and the thing drives them to Walmart. Don't have to worry about them wrecking. Don't have to worry about them killing nobody or themselves. They get to Walmart. They get out. They go do what they got to do. They get back in the car and tell it to go home, and it takes them right back home.
That's neat, dude.
That would be a cool thing for not only lazy Eddie who wants to sleep on the way to Disney, but for people like my father who one of these days I'll have to take his keys and he could drive. He could go wherever he needed to go. He could just, if he wanted to go to the park, hey, take me to the park. Boom, goes to the park.
Well,
this is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Even on that same line, think of how many lives would be saved from car crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But then
true.
again, we are tech people, so do we really trust tech?
We'll put Windows in a car and we'll all be
Yeah.
crashing.
Yeah, then it'll reboot going down the highway at 90.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That's
I don't
a
know
dead stop.
if I could ever trick a car that drives itself. I just don't think I can. I mean,
Yeah.
me and Rhonda were driving home the other day, and we passed a Tesla, and I said, Rhonda, look over there and see if he's actually holding the wheel, and he wasn't. He was on his phone, and the car
That's
was
funny.
driving itself. I was like, okay, that's just crazy.
That is
So
crazy.
I kind of dig the self-driving car concept for certain things. Eddie to sleep while going to Disney. That's cool. I get that. Imagine, Eddie.
Yeah.
How many hours is it to Disney, Abe, driving? You've been there 1,000 times. How many hours does it take you?
It's about 12 to 14 hours if you stop.
14
Exactly.
hours.
Yeah.
In 14 hours, Eddie, you could have watched, what, 7 movies? You could watch 7 movies by the time you got to Disney World. You could have watched a whole series
Or
of something
think
stupid.
about it. You leave at 6
One of them
p.m.
dumb
in the
Star
evening.
Wars movies.
You leave at 6 p.m. in the evening. You fall asleep. You wake up the next morning. You're sitting in Disney World's parking lot.
Dang,
Yeah.
bro.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That's sweet.
That would be cool. I would want a self-driving van so I could lay down, like I could put a bed in the back of it, like the old van. You remember the old
Oh,
vans
yeah.
used to put
Shagmobile.
Shagmobile. Yeah, I'd want one of those. I'd get in the back and go to sleep. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. All
I
right.
think so too, man.
So that's going forward. You would do the car. Abe, you said you would
Medicine.
medicine. Going forward for me, I'm like Abe was a while ago. I would just want to see the technology. That's the one thing about getting older that I really have a problem with. I know. Look at the advances we've had in the last 20 years. Can you imagine what the next 20 or the next 40 will be? And I'm sad. Really
Troy,
sad that I'm not
hopefully
going to
I'll
be here
know.
to see it. Yeah, you'll only know. You won't, Abe. You'll know.
probably not.
You'll know 5 more years more than I do. That'll be it. But I'm sad that I won't be able to see that. I won't be able to see the new technology and all the cool stuff that they're going to invent and the things that we're going to be able to do. But then again, that could also be scary as hell too, if you think about it.
Yeah, what if
It would be.
Terminators are in the future,
Dang,
That would not
bro.
be fun.
Now, see, if you kept going back if you're going back in the past like that, how would you ever win against anybody that's going back and trying to erase you? I mean, you could constantly go back to another timeline and take them out, like.
Yeah.
I don't
like
know.
Groundhog Day. We keep going back. Just keep going
Well, no,
back.
I mean
Do it
going
over.
way back into the past and trying to kill like you're going back there to kill baby Hitler. I mean, nobody's going to kill a baby, but if somebody was going to try to take out Hitler,
Or would you if it saved millions of lives?
yeah,
If you could
I mean,
go back, would you?
but what if he learned the technology? I'm just saying, what if other people
Yeah,
came
I know
back
what you're
and
saying.
stopped
I
you or
get
something?
it,
I mean, it's
yeah.
just crazy, man.
Well, they could. Think about that. You're right, 80. Think if you had this grand plan that you were going to do something, but somebody else already knew that somebody was coming back to kill them, so they had a grand plan too.
Yeah,
and they
man.
stopped you,
Because so
so you
it's
never
gonna
could
happen.
win. So it's a battle of the Back to the Futures or something. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So
Yeah, that's why you just can't do it, I guess. Or at least the only way you could do it technically would be to make sure that if you did travel back in time that the effects of time didn't affect you.
Yes.
Jordan,
being
you got a very good point here with kids' work ethic in today's time. Nothing's going to change much in the future anyway. So he's probably
That's
got
true.
a point.
That is true.
Yeah,
History
that's
repeats
true.
itself, so that's pretty true. Yes.
And like Rhonda said, yeah, it would be chaos.
Yeah, if everybody could do it, holy.
Somebody be going
smokes.
back trying to change Eddie. That's a lost cause.
Now that I think of it, I would go back in time and look more buff.
It would probably pay
don't
you to
think it
go
works
back in
that
time
way.
and learn to read.
And I would
Yeah,
learn.
there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
So, you're welcome.
Do some more lessons with Peyton.
All right. So the next topic here is: do you think changing things in the past would cause issues in the future? So, Abe, you said a while ago you would go back and
Try to
maybe
save somebody.
save a family member. Do you think that would cause issues somewhere down the line? I mean, there's no way to know.
No, there's not.
do you
But it,
think?
it almost has to. If you think about how time works and everything, I mean, every event causes, or every action causes a reaction. So
Yeah.
me being here today, made things happen at work that might not have happened if I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, if you went back to, let's say you went back and you said, okay, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to go to school. So you say you go to school and you graduate and you become, now, because in the future,
Yeah.
you didn't go, so I'm going to go back and really bust my hump and get me a degree in something big. I'm going to be a doctor. Well, now you become a doctor. Your life has to change, because everything at that point changes.
That's true.
Your income changes, your status changes. Who knows? You went to school for so many years to become a doctor. Did you meet your wife that you have today? Or did you meet somebody else in
Yes,
school?
I meet her in every timeline.
Yeah, bullshit.
Oh,
Anyway,
You're welcome, honey.
Whatever.
womp, womp.
Yeah, please. And I thought I was the one that said dumb stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, think about it. Do you
Cheesy.
meet her? Do you meet somebody else? Does she even meet you? But because maybe she didn't go to school. Yeah. So your kids, if you're not with
Right.
that one, now you
They
have
wouldn't
different
exist.
children. They don't
Yeah.
exist. The whole
man.
thing changes.
That's just crazy.
That is true.
So,
That is true.
yes, absolutely. Changing things in the past would cause issues in the future of some caliber. I don't know,
So-
good or bad.
I thought about this too. I thought, Abe said something about going back and changing Pearl Harbor, and I talked about changing, like the Holocaust. But what if you ended up saving people, and they end up being a lot of really bad people in that bunch that end up being worse than Hitler? You know what I mean? Like, you'd never really know. I would think not, but you just don't know. Or they're a bunch of serial killers or something like that are in that mix. I mean, obviously you wouldn't know that, but
You don't know.
I mean, it could change.
I mean,
all kinds of things.
it could. I really think it would you probably wind up doing more damage or,
Yeah.
to the future than you think,
Yeah, so I really think time travel. I don't think, of course, I don't think we'll ever be able to do it, and the reason
me too.
the reason being is because if we could, I think it would be so secretive, and the government or somebody would squash it in a minute. Because think about it, we go back and kill all the corrupt politicians. I mean,
true.
think about it. So I think time travel's out.
So
This
the thing is,
never
would they disappear though after you've took them out? Would they have disappeared? You know what I mean? Like, or would they
Don't
still
know.
live? That's weird. Yeah.
Maybe-
Depends on how you
maybe
took 'em
somebody
out.
else
No.
Maybe somebody else would take their place. You just don't know.
that
maybe
would
time-
be worse.
Maybe
Yeah.
time is destined to be what it is, and you can't change it
Yeah.
no matter what you try to do.
Time.
Interesting.
All right. So the final topic before we get to the millennial shining hour,
The best part of the stream.
the worst part of the stream.
best.
Lord, I mean,
Yeah.
I knew about
Is-
my earplugs.
Yeah. Is this would you stay in the past or the future? If you could go back, would you stay there and live your life all over again? Or if you went to the future, would you stay there and live again? I don't understand going into the future. If you pass your death date, if it's destined date, if you pass it, how can you live? But nevertheless, would you stay in one or the other? Abe?
I definitely wouldn't go to the future to stay because I'd be afraid that people would be gone that I love. I wouldn't be able to see them
Yeah.
anymore. And same thing with the past. If I go back there and relive my life, like you said, am I gonna meet the same person?
Do you
have the
change
same
anything?
kids?
Yeah. By mistake, do you change something? I mean, you
Right.
know how your life went. You know what you did, but what if you just made one little change? Well, it could
Yeah.
disrupt
Yeah.
the whole thing.
That's true.
I think I'll just stay in the present.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Eddie?
So, going to the future, you're right. You would miss out on all the family and the friends if you went too far into the future. It'd be cool to see it, just to see what's going on, but I wouldn't want to stay there. If I went back,
maybe not.
that's true. I guess it just depends on. Well, I don't know. You going back into the past, then you got to turn around and I guess you could, like you said, you can either change stuff or something like that. But I'll be honest, I love my life where it's at now. Like I love my family. I love my family, my friends, I even like what I do. I enjoy life. I know I don't want my kids to grow up, but I also like being in the moment. I think that's what's special about life. It's not about past and present, but living in the moment. And I think that's what a lot of us miss a lot of times anyways in life. We're too busy focused on everything else. But
yeah. Well, for me, I don't know. I don't think I would go back or forward like you guys, but I would like to be able to freeze age. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. So that I stay a certain age.
And not just you. Your family too.
Your loved ones as well, so they'd still be around. I'd like to, at the height of your life, whatever that is, your 40s, 50s, 30s, maybe, I doubt it, but maybe 30s. But somewhere in there, freeze it. And everybody that you love stays frozen with you. They never get older. You never get older. They stay the same age, and you guys kind of just live out forever. Because the sad part of age is, there comes a time, if you live long enough, you outlive everybody that you love. You live, even your friends, your family, the whole 9 yards. You've outlived them. And so you now are sitting there with nobody. You got these people, but you don't know them. And all your loved ones are gone. Everybody's gone. You're there. You're the sole survivor. Yep. And so then I think that's when you look forward to leaving this earth, is when you finally realize, hey, everybody I love is gone. Yeah. What's the point? So if you could freeze age and all the people that you love around you, that would be pretty cool. So I don't want to travel. I would like to do, what was that, teleportation? I would like that. That's cool. But I would like to freeze age and be able to pick the age I freeze. And, if I could travel, maybe when was my best age? When was my best year? And go back there and take everybody with me and freeze it. That'd be the end of it. That'd be super cool. But anyway, I can't do that either. So
it's worth a shot.
So anyway, I guess with that, Abe.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna go take a break.
Wait a minute. I need everybody to go out and share this right now, because I'm about to blow your minds and rock your socks off.
Oh, Lord.
And no, he can't even read. So
I'm going to show you pictures or look at pictures or something.
Okay, that sounds
But it is weird. Time for...
Fun. Yeah. Facts. Millennial. Yeah.
It is time for the millennials' fun facts of the day. Go, millennial.
Yeah, you better get that right, brother. All right. So. Oh, sweet. Now everybody, this is how we should have started the podcast out, or whatever, the stream. All me, Lord. Baby. All right, so I've got a couple things here talking about time travel fiction, okay? Mm-hmm. One way time travel in the future, the traveler leaves home, but the people he or she left behind might age or be dead by the time the traveler returns. Example, Interstellar. Now, I know we didn't talk about Interstellar, but Interstellar has a couple different weird stuff that goes on. They go to a planet, and I think they spend, 7 minutes on the planet, and it was like 7... No, it was... Yeah.
So it was like 7 years or something like that.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was the moon or the water or something.
I think it was like every hour they were on the planet was like 7 years or something like that.
It wasn't long. I know that, because when they got back up, the guy was old. It was actually a pretty sad part. Anyways. So, time travel by moving through higher dimensions. In Interstellar, there are tesseracts available, which astronauts can travel because the vessel represents time. I didn't even get 2 seconds in, bro. Come on.
This sounds like a Marvel movie.
Look, I'm trying to listen.
Sounds awfully familiar.
When you go to school, it ain't always going to be super exciting, okay? Oh, Jesus, come on. Yeah, you need to ask God for some help, bro. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mama. All right. Oh, No, I'm not doing it. Not
You're
doing
freaking
it.
the millennial out.
It's ADD going on, bro. Okay.
You're freaking him out.
Okay, I can't read. It's hard to read already. Come on now. All right. Represents time as a dimension of space. A similar concept is expressed in, I don't even know this. Oh, A Wrinkle in Time. If you've ever seen A Wrinkle in Time, based on the book series, the Star One. Anyways, let's go down to the other one because it was too hard getting through that one. Traveling the space-time vortex. The famous Doctor Who. I never watched Doctor Who.
Yes, we can.
That's funny.
That's great, Travis.
Just about a minute in the future, please.
Just for that, I'm going to read real slow.
Oh, you have to anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm freezing. You're reading really slow.
Okay, give me a second now. Anyways, Doctor Who, if anybody's watched Doctor Who,
No.
it talks about traveling space-time vortex. I've never seen it either, but it says uses an extra-dimensional vortex to go through time while the travelers inside feel time passing normally. So they'll feel like time is passing normally.
So let me get this right. You're giving us a fun fact on something you never even watched. I haven't watched it either.
Hey, I get it though. I understand it. Oh my gosh, is that
Lord.
the
Go ahead.
comment of the day?
Yes, it is.
Can I go? Hey, you should have named the podcast that. Can we please go to the future?
Well, we do have to come up with a name for it.
Okay. So, instantaneously time jumping. Examples include the girl who leaped through time, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and Mr. Peabody,
Lord.
and Rocky and Bullwinkle. The Bullwinkle show back in 19.
That's a cartoon.
Well, it says it. They did it now. I don't know.
Okay.
Jeez. Look, man, I'm trying to teach. Quit talking.
Okay.
All right.
Troy, you probably got time to choke your chicken.
Come on. Yeah. Okay.
There are some
For
people
those-
who don't
yeah.
watch the video, so they would think something bad. I have this chicken from Moana. What was it? Hey, or whatever his name was.
Hey. Yeah.
And every now and then when Eddie gets on my nerves, I choke the life out of it. So I'm choking.
Yeah, it's not
this
bad.
chicken. It's not bad, trust me.
It's just funny.
I
It's
brought my
funny.
toy too. So.
All right, go ahead, Eddie. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
All right.
Eddie.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. You're making it longer and making it shine on me. Sorry, my saber's talking to me. Okay. Time traveling while standing still. Both the Time Machine in 1985, the book, and Hermione and time out. Shut up, Saber. It's talking to me and I can't focus.
Use the force, Eddie.
Use the force, Eddie.
I did. I just used the force
turn
and
the
slung it
damn
against
thing
the wall, bro. It's against the wall right now. Okay. Focus.
Shut up, Saber.
Okay.
Wife, yeah.
Focus.
You don't.
I do know what they
Go
are.
ahead.
Just I didn't remember that part. Okay. Time traveling while standing still. Both the Time Machine and Hermione's Granger's Time Turner in Harry Potter. You remember she turned back
yeah.
the time. Even though what's funny is she goes back into time, and you notice when Harry Potter saves himself and if y'all have seen it, Harry Potter saves himself. But when he's going through it, not going back in the past, but he's going through it like normal in present time, someone saves him. He thinks it's his father. But as he goes in the future, he finds out it was himself coming back in time, which was kind of neat. And then it all comes right back together, which is a neat idea, But she stands still and winds time back, So it's pretty cool. Right. Slow time travel. And this is in Primer. I don't know if you've seen it. I have never seen it.
I would think not.
Okay, in 2004, a traveler stays in a box while time traveling. For each minute they want to go back in time, they need to stay in the box for a minute. If they want to go back a day in time, they have to stay in there for 24 hours. That's crazy, man. There is just no way I'm going to be... So how do you go back to the future? Do you have to I don't make sense. I don't know.
You gotta get a DeLorean.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so traveling faster than light. Oh, come back, bro. You ain't learning nothing. Hey,
That's so funny.
he's probably went to take a poop or something, so.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, traveling faster
Anyway,
than
go
light.
Ahead. Go ahead.
In Superman, the movie,
you're a real cat.
1979. Oh. Everybody stop and say "oh" with me.
Oh.
Oh. Or type in the
My
chat.
buddy Nelson.
Nelson.
He's more interesting than you, Eddie.
He probably is. Now, I'm almost done. If you
Thank
can
God.
stay awake long
I
enough.
had to get up and stretch my legs because this is boring.
So, traveling fast at the speed of light. In Superman, the movie, 1979, Superman flies fast at the speed of light to go back in time and rescue
Around
Lois
the Earth.
Lane before she is killed. The concept was also used in the 1980 novel Timescape by George Benford, in which the protagonist sends faster than light. I can't read that word, particles, back to Earth. And not. Anyways,
you can't
this
read
stupid.
any of
Okay,
it, so
time out.
why are you even
Here,
trying?
I want to get to the best part. In several Star Trek episodes and movies, the Enterprise travels through time by going faster than light. You like that? Yeah? See? That piqued your interest. Okay, and in the comic book and TV series, The Flash, the super speedster uses a cosmic he uses a treadmill to travel through time, but he also runs fast enough he can, I think, run in time too. So, anyways, that's pretty cool. And I think I have one more thing.
Oh, God.
Difficult methods to categorize. There's a rocket sled in Time Cop that pops in and out of view when it's being used, which has led to much speculation about what's going on. There's also time displacement equipment in The Terminator, which you talked about, movie series, which shows off how to fight a war in 4 dimensions, including time.
Lord.
I'm done!
Screaming goat.
I tried.
Oh, Lord. Well,
Oh, no. Brandy's popped in here now. Oh, you've had it.
so everybody, that
Yes,
was
Ant-Man.
We started with
Quantum Realm.
we started with 8 viewers, and when Eddie started, it went down to 2. So
Is that me and
thank
you?
yeah, probably. So
Flip.
that was.
There went our show, folks.
Yeah, there's the show. So, and I like this.
Oh,
see.
man. Comments are coming in like crazy, though, man.
No,
See?
no, Travis, we are now through with this. That was
It's the future.
the millennials.
It's the future.
It's the future. That
I don't know
was-
about you, but I didn't see any of that. I was frozen the entire time.
Yes, that's the millennials.
Fun facts.
Come on now, everybody. Yeah. 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 Fun facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from 8 viewers to 2.
Oh, that worked
I'm
pretty well.
doing the Matthew Welsh dance.
Oh, that was painful. Even my cat didn't like it. He jumped off my lap and ran away.
Come on, man. You know that you were entertained and you learned a lot of things just then.
I learned a lot. I learned. I don't know what
I didn't learn anything.
Actually,
Nothing. But here, I'll make you.
kind
here,
of like.
we'll make you feel good, Eddie.
Thanks, Mama. Thanks, Mama.
Well, anyway.
And I, like
I
that.
put too much into her brain. That's what I'm saying. I had so much information, you all
I
just
think
couldn't
you
get it.
emptied it or something. I don't know.
I still think this is the best one of all.
Yeah.
Can we go to the future now?
Really?
That's fun. I do what I got to do.
Yeah, well.
That's my
All right.
superpower.
So that was Eddie's fun facts, no facts, dumb facts,
Smart
some
facts.
some facts.
They're only dumb because you don't understand them.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think
it's
anybody
'cause you
does.
You don't put sentences together correctly. Anyway,
Back to school. Peyton, where you at?
back to school. Yeah, Peyton, we need you to come read Daddy's fun facts.
Oh, man.
There you go, Eddie. There you go.
Oh,
Thanks, Mama. Everybody knows I'm at least loved.
Yes, we love you, Eddie. We just have to give you a hard time.
Thanks,
we,
bro.
We love giving you a hard time.
I feel the love.
But we know you work hard on trying to give us some fun facts, even though they aren't, but you work hard at it. And we appreciate it.
So, what are you trying to say? We should change the segment to dumb facts?
we
Well,
appreciate the whole 5 minutes you spent on making that list.
You know, it would have went a whole lot slower, or not slower. It went a whole lot faster.
Oh, no.
I could have got that done like a minute. But you all strung it out because you wanted to hear
Hey,
it.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe next time we just speed him up while he's talking.
We could just
Or just
mute
put
him.
me on mute.
Mute.
Yeah, that would
And you and I can sit here and talk, and he'll think he's talking, and we'll just sit there and talk.
that would be
do the
funny
show.
as crap. We should do that one time too.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Anyway,
And here's
Well,
what she wants to call it. The millennial, Ashley wants to call it the millennials' top fun fact, singular, not plural, because he has about one.
So there was
one
something
good
fun
fact
in there?
out of all those.
That's all that matters.
Hey, Rhonda's
Yes.
got an idea. We put you on a timer.
Hey, that's a good
Well,
idea.
now you all intervene, though.
But Rhonda, if we did that, he wouldn't get like one sentence out.
Yeah,
we gave him
true.
5 minutes, and he well,
Actually, he had like 10 minutes, and he still couldn't get it out. That's all right, Eddie.
It's all right, Eddie. We still
There'll
love
be
you.
another day.
There'll be another day. You'll learn to read someday. Just keep trying.
I will.
I will. All right. So I guess we're toward the end of the show. We're about an hour in. Remember, visit us on our Facebook page. Visit us on Stray Topics on the YouTube channel.
Subscribe on the YouTube channel. We're trying to get 100 people subscribed so
Yeah.
we can have a direct link for
Please.
our show. If you guys could,
Also
please go
like it.
subscribe.
Like the stuff,
like
too. If you're on YouTube, like the videos because it helps
Hit
us
that-
out.
Smash that bell gizmo.
Yeah. Go to YouTube, do a search for Stray Topics, all one word with an X at the
Gizmo.
end, and you should be able to find our channel. If you're subscribed, we would appreciate it. Like Abe said, we want to get 100 so we can get a direct link where it'll go like we've got it on the page here, youtube.com/Stray Topics, and you get to it. Until we get 100 subscribers, though, YouTube will not allow that to happen.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We
So,
got to do something
it.
when we get
Do it.
100.
We'll have a party.
A party?
Yeah, we'll have an online party.
Yes, we need all your
Yeah.
poor adult children to subscribe.
Yes, please do. Hey, and if you don't care, you're always welcome to donate
Even
money
if-
to the millennial. So
Hey, even if they don't subscribe, go subscribe for them.
Yeah,
Rhonda,
good
Abe will dance in a thong on here if we get 100 subscribers.
dude, I can't watch that.
Oh, let's not go there.
I can't watch that, bro.
No, that will never happen.
I can't do it. Yeah, we could dress up. I'll dress up as something cool. I don't care.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do that. We could do if we get we could do that. If we get 100 viewers, we gotta like each of us has to eat something wacky.
Oh no,
You said
I
viewers?
can't do it. I
You
can
mean
barely eat
100
food.
subscribers, right? Not viewers, right?
Subscribers.
Okay. Something wacky. Are you talking about like cockroaches and
No,
stuff?
I am not waxing anything. Forget that crap.
Joy will. He don't care.
No.
You wax the top of your head.
There ain't much left there to wax. Anyway,
So anyway, visit our sites, give us a like, give us a subscription, please, and we will eventually be able to grow up in the YouTube world. Other than that,
Yeah.
I guess that's. Oh, here we go. Now your mother says no spiders for Eddie, but Eddie will hold a spider if
No, I will. I will not. I will not. I'm telling you right now. I don't care if we had 1 million subscribers. I
he'll
would
just
not.
sit there and let it crawl all over his face.
Oh. Let's move
Tell
to
you
the
what,
those
future.
of you,
Terry says
Let's
we
move
could
to the
eat the
future.
world's hottest chip. You know that little chip that comes in the coffin.
Okay, that would be hilarious, but I don't think we could finish the stream.
Maybe-
I'd probably pass out.
Yeah, you would.
What is the world's hottest chip?
They make one. I don't know what it's called. Let me look it up here real quick. It's
Yeah, I'm curious.
now we're just rambling.
Hornets for Abe.
no, it's called the
No, I
the
don't want no
Packy.
hornets.
It's a one chip challenge. Let me share this screen with you, and you will be able
Yeah, I'm
to
curious.
see it. Hold on.
I'm a little terrified
just a
now.
minute.
That's terrifying.
Well, you know.
It's better than spiders, though. I would do that first. We'll have to have milk or something. Is that how
Here
it
it
works?
is. It's 50, almost $50.
It can't be good. It's got a skull on it.
Yeah.
What if that kills me, dude?
Well, it won't kill you. It'll just make you cry a lot, which you do anyway. So there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that'd be just normal for you.
Let's see what it
Reaper.
says. The Reaper.
Carolina Reaper. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
That sounds really bad, man. You sure you ain't a weapon or something?
Lord have mercy on us. No, I ain't doing it.
This chip is
man.
crazy hot and not for the faint of heart.
I just don't think I could do it. What if I die? What if I have to go to the hospital or something?
Well, at least you work at one, so.
That's true. But still.
Warning, may cause intense stomach pains.
Well, what happens when it goes through and it gets to the other end?
May cause intense butthole pains. I don't know.
So do you eat ice cream after you eat a chip so it cools it off?
I don't know.
Sure.
But anyway, we're not going to do
I don't
that.
know.
But nevertheless,
Okay, good.
that's we'll do something. I tell you
Give
what.
us an keep giving
give us an
ideas.
idea. Keep giving us ideas. We'll pick one, and
Yep.
and we'll take votes. We'll take the top 5, and then we'll have a vote, and people can vote on what we do.
We should poll
there
it.
you go.
If you can poll it, that would be great.
Yep, we could do that.
We might
can
create
put
a
a
poll,
poll.
put on Straight Topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that and put it on the Facebook page. That'll work.
Here's what happens if you eat it. It burns your honey hole. So
I agree. I
Hey,
can
ho.
hear Abe now. I can hear Abe now. Yeah.
yes, I can too. So anyway, that's about the end of the show. Abe, do you have anything else for us before we leave?
No, I think we're good, guys.
Your internet's
appreciate
now
everybody
working
watching.
well. So
Yeah,
by
at the
time
end
we
of the
end,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Figures.
Here we go. We could dress up as elderly women.
Hey, I can do that. I'd look good as a woman.
Yeah, I have
no.
some pictures.
Redhead.
Oh.
Got
So
pictures.
Abe has nothing
Anyway.
left to say. Millennial, anything else before we end the stream?
No, I mean, I think we're good. I think I said everything I need to
He's
say.
got a broken sentence to tell us. I don't know. It'll take him 10 minutes, so he might as well end the show.
All right. Well, with that being said, I have nothing left to say either. So
I'm good.
Thanks everybody for watching and listening. Remember, this will be on Podbean, so you can download it and listen to it in the car. This time we will take the intro off and not play 2 minutes worth of music before you get to us actually talking on the podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast will be up soon. Probably right after this. This is available on YouTube. You can go to our channel, Stray Topics, on YouTube and see it. And it's always on our Facebook page at Stray Topics on Facebook. And with that being said, I guess that's it, guys. I'm Troy.
I'm Abe.
And I'm the millennial.
And we'll see you next time on The Stray
Topics.
Topics.
Get that right.
Thanks for watching.